TechFlow is a 100% employee-owned technology solutions company with a 28-year track record of innovatively solving complex problems for its government and commercial customers. Designed to anticipate the future, TechFlow solutions are always tailored to its customers' unique needs. Whether it's safe air travel, secure cloud migrations, net zero emission solutions, or military facility readiness, TechFlow's deep expertise and personalized approach help its customers achieve their missions. TechFlow, always ahead.
I'm Ann Aly, Director of Human-Centered Design at TechFlow, and these are my 5 best ways to elevate your user experience. Number 1, listen to your users. I mean this in the purest sense of the term. Listen without judgment and temper your expectations about what they might say. Let users talk about their experiences in their own words and be open to any twists and turns that you might not have anticipated. If you want to learn more about this, I recommend Indy Young's book, Time to Listen, which lays out an excellent framework for listening while centering your users. Number 2, observe your users. There are so many things that are difficult or impossible to explain verbally. Observing a user's experience in the wild will give you insights that listening or asking questions alone can't. For example, a former team of mine would have never discovered a workaround on a service request form that multiple people were doing if we didn't observe it during the usability test. This wasn't something that they brought up verbally when we interviewed them previously, so observing them was a must. Number 3, be willing to shift gears in the face of new findings. It's okay if your hypothesis wasn't supported or if your results are really surprising. And it can be really stressful to make changes to a plan after you've dedicated time or resources to it. But remember that user experience isn't about commitment to a plan. It's a commitment to serving your users and their needs. Number 4, learn how to talk about the impact of your work. Just because you're enthusiastic about user experience doesn't mean everyone is going to be. Even unintentionally, people may be skeptical about the value that user experience can bring. To counteract this, I find that it's really good to learn the different ways to talk about the impact that your work has had, particularly any changes that have occurred since your work and the volume of the impact that it's had. This can look really different depending on your product, service, or what your organization values. It can be something like more positive user testimonials, increased user trust, fewer help desk calls, more users of a certain demographic. Find what matters to your product or services goals and objectives and figure out what impact you're having on that with your work. Last but not least, accessibility. Don't make accessibility an afterthought. Take the time to learn how your product or service can make improvements so that it can be more accessible and reach people of different ability levels. Take into account things like vision, hearing, cognitive abilities, comprehension, age, or physical limitations. Audit how your product or service can better serve these folks. You won't know what changes you should make until you actually take the time to dive into these topics.